this out. I'm not really doing this for a bunch of views, anything like that. I'm doing it for my own good. Um, I don't really know how to say it, but I feel like I need to get on here. I felt like this all day. As a lot of you know, last year I went to Gordyville, Illinois to pick up a Santee pony from the International Fraternities. I took her home. I had picked out her name at least 2 months before I got her. It was always going to be Juniper. I did toss around Jupiter at one point, but it just didn't fit her. So I worked with her all winter long. I took her to her first show with me in June. I showed her in 2 and Under halter. I think that was the only class I did with her that weekend. Then I went to a local open show with her and did 2 and Under halter and mare halter. I got 3rd in 2 and Under halter at the warm up to the World show. That was the first show I had with her. I didn't get anything at the open show. There were quite a bit of horses there, so it was a tough crowd. I took her to another local open show after fair to kind of get her ready to go out in a pattern. I did showmanship with her. I got 3rd, I think, and then 5th in pony halter. And then I took her to Notia a couple weeks ago. I did 2 and Under halter and in-hand trail. We got 10th in both of them out of a tough crowd. I mean, it was a lot of babies. I started thinking to myself after fair that I kind of wanted to look into possibly getting a 2-year-old. I wasn't going to get rid of her. We all know I'm not going to get rid of Sienna ever. I didn't have intentions of getting rid of Juniper. I just wanted something that I could start under saddle, because I wanted to wait until Juniper was closer to 3 to start her, just because that's me. And I went out. I had been searching for quite some time. I found some 2-year-olds. I even found some babies that I really liked that I was like, I could get another baby. I started talking to a girl. I've off and on still been talking to her. But she has a colt that I had been talking to her about. I haven't talked to her since like Friday, but I had looked at him, and I was talking to Mom yesterday morning about potentially at some point going and seeing him. He's in Wisconsin. I was like, that's not that far of a drive. He's not that much money at all. We talked about going and seeing him. And then later on that night, I went out because I've been putting boards up on our stall walls. I went out to put a few boards up because I just wasn't tired. The more I think about it, I feel like there was a reason why I was out there. I heard something and I turned around and Juniper had laid down next to her stall wall, the back of it, and she was laying up against it. And I don't like that when they do that because I get scared they're going to get stuck or hurt. So I went in there, I got her up. She got up, she was just fine. I walked out, and about 5 minutes later, I heard something again, like her grunting. And I turned, and she laid back down, and she had laid out flat. And I just had this feeling there's something wrong with her. I need to get her out. So I got her out. I walked her to the T&R Drive a couple times. I was on the way back and she rubbed up against me and her whole body was soaked in sweat, just covered. I looked at Mom and I said, I need a vet. I want a vet now. There's something wrong. So we called the vet. Thankfully, the vet on call was one that only lives about 15 minutes from our house. So he drove to our house. He gave her some Banamine, I think, and something else. She was not reacting well to the pain meds. This went on and she was still walking fine. I couldn't stop her without her wanting to lay down, but she would walk. And then it got to the point where while she was walking, there were a few times where she almost collapsed. And I kind of felt then that I kind of already knew what was going to happen, but I was trying not to think that way. So I had Dad take her and Mom and him walked her around, and I asked the vet, I said, I kind of feel like I know what you're going to say, but what's my options here? He said he could not do anything else for her but euthanize her, or I could take her to Purdue and have a surgery done and testing and everything else. And I mean, as he's saying this, a million thoughts running through my head. She's gonna get hurt in the trailer. She'll break something. She'll be gone by the time I get there. She's gonna suffer even more. Or she'll get there, she'll get the surgery, and she's gonna have lifelong problems and have to have surgeries after that. So I decided, I kind of sat there, I said, okay. I went back over to her. She kept trying to go down. I said, we need to get her in the grass. So we took her in the grass and she went down. She just kept rolling. I had him check her gut sounds one more time, and she had a small bit of gut sounds, but her heart rate was still rapid. She was still like falling. So I looked at Mom and I couldn't bring myself to look at him and say, do it, I want it done. So I looked at Mom and I told her, I kind of just sat there until she finally said, do you want him to do it? And all I could do was shake my head. She got back up and stood there for a minute, and then she laid back down, and I kind of walked away. I spent, I don't know how long, just sitting there with her. I mean, just thousands of things running through my head. And a friend of mine, her mom, came out, and she came with her. My nanny came. They ended up taking her down. We buried her next to Buck down by our pond. I went in the house. Last night was pretty rough. Today I kind of laid around most of the day. I finally went outside. I got on Sienna and I took her for a ride. And I had time to clear my head and think about things. And I'm not saying that I'm not upset about it, but I do accept the fact that I had to put her down because I know that she was not going to have, it wasn't going to be a life. She didn't deserve that. No animal deserves that. No person deserves that. I knew that that was not going to be a life for her to live, so I finally accepted it. I honestly don't know how I'm not in tears right now. I've made it through most of the day. I've had multiple people text me through Instagram asking me what happened and if they can help. I had so many people texting me through just my phone number, praying for me, asking if there's anything they could do. So many of you on here, Facebook. I am so thankful that I had all of you guys out there and able and ready to help and do whatever possible needed. In the future, I will get another one, whether it be a baby, the one I had mentioned. He's about the only one right now. I will not get one in the intentions of replacing her because she's not replaceable. I don't think of any animal, not just my horses, I don't think of them as they can be replaced. When they're gone, I need to buy another one. That's not my intention. If I do get him, it's not, I'm not going to like share, post, anything like that all about him if I end up getting him in the next couple months, because I'm not getting him because I want to replace her or because I want to get him to get my mind off of what happened with her. I've been looking at him since Nosha, which was, like 3 weeks ago now, I think? 2-3 weeks ago. I've been looking at him since then. So it would not be in those intentions. I will never forget about her. I still have the ribbons I won with her. They're hanging on my wall over there with Sienna and Stella's. I have her medallions, and they're in my bathroom hanging up by my mirror. But I felt like I needed to get on here and say a couple things about her, and all that. And I felt like it would be good for me because I do better. I handle grief better when I can explain things and kind of talk, whether that be to one person or whoever on YouTube sees this. I won't stop posting videos that I have of her. That's the same with Buck. You'll still see videos of him or even Miley. I'm not going to stop posting those. I post them for a reason. So if anybody ever thinks, oh, that's annoying because they're gone, you shouldn't post those, it's just so annoying, then don't follow me. Unsubscribe, stop watching my videos. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know how I made it through all this. I've gotten a little emotional, but not quite tearing up at the moment. But I accepted it, that she's gone, and that it was better, the decision I made, than to take the chance on taking her to Purdue and having her get hurt on the way there, or have a lifetime of surgeries and chances of choke, colic, anything like that. So again, before I get off here, thank you to all of you, every single one of you on here and all my other social media accounts. Not like I have that many, but thank you so much for commenting, that you were sending prayers, asking if I needed anything. I am very, very blessed to have all of you. Like I said in one of my posts, everything happens for a reason. In the future, I may know what this happened for. I may not, until I'm older than this, but I've accepted it, and I can't be one that is depressed about it. I've never thought that way, because I feel like if you are that way, it's not going to end well, because you're constantly just not moping necessarily, but grieving so much over that, and you're never going to get over it or accept it. So I've come to realize that it's easier to accept that she's gone, but I'm never going to forget her. Like I said, I won't stop posting videos about her or post with pictures of her in it. I won't stop talking about her. I will not get another horse and name them Juniper. I have her halter. I brought it in last night. It's in my bathroom, hanging up, that has her name on it. I'm not going to take that nameplate off that. I'm going to leave it on. And if I don't ever feel comfortable taking it off, it's just gonna stay that way. But again, like I said, thank you for everyone. I feel so blessed to have all of you there when I needed you the most. And I mean, it was this time, like 9:20 last night. And I'm just so blessed to have all of you able and ready to help and do whatever you can. So thank you all for that. Thank you to those of you that watch this and listen to me talk about her and stuck through it. And I probably will not be posting very much content for a while, but I'll be back shortly, and yeah, love you guys.